Welcome, everyone. This is what you've been waiting for. The NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. A quick check now at the starting five for both teams. First, for Houston, Chris Paul is out there with Harden. They've got Kenneth Faried. Tonight, we'll see him work to establish that all-important presence under the glass. Then there's Gordon, and it's Tucker in at the four slot. And for the Warriors, Curry and Thompson, the Splash Brothers in the backcourt. And the big fella inside out of the University of Kentucky, the unbelievably gifted and powerful pivot man, DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Durant, and it's Green in at the four.
Houston might have made the playoffs in the West last season, guys, but it wasn't because they were beating up on their peers. They were 24 and 28 against the rest of the West. That's why they got the 8th seed.
You remember the Rockets last year when they were playing a lot of teams in the West near the end of the regular season. That was when they slipped, Steve, out of the 6th seed range down to number 8.
Well, of course, the West was really strong last year, Kevin, so it makes sense that you guys struggle a little bit against all those good teams. But, Houston ended up being the only team in the West to make the playoffs with a sub-500 record against the rest of the conference.
Now, here's Green. Shot clock at 5. Curry can't get it to go. Here is Harden. Paul for 3. That's good. Paul's got the first bucket of the night, a 3-pointer for the Rockets.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done. Boy, guys, it was a tremendous all-star season for James Harden a year ago. LeBron James declared Harden a superstar. No small praise from probably the best player in the world right now. And I think people are coming around to accepting that Harden really is a superstar player.
And for Harden, signing a 5-year, $80 million extension with the Rockets last season, the Thunder felt they just couldn't afford to pay him that much with the luxury tax penalties looming ahead.
Well, they already had max players in Westbrook and Durant, so they didn't feel going forward that they could have 3 max guys. So Harden moves on to Houston. Turned out to be an excellent move for the Rockets. He played awfully well last year.
He's off from 17 feet.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
Gets it to go. Cousins has got his first bucket in this one.
Love the interior passing. He knew exactly where to go with that ball.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, Kevin. Earlier I spoke with Mike D'Antoni. Defending Kevin Durant is one of their focal points in this matchup. He told me that Durant gives defenders problems because he can pull up and shoot at any time from any distance. He said usually you can try and funnel and trap a player, but with Kevin, there isn't really a way to force him out of his range.
And thank you, Doris. Here's Curry, following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. Curry attacking Green. Kicks to Cousins. Back to Green. Some nice passing by Golden State. Durant dishes to Cousins. Puts up the baby hook. Can't get it to go. And it's Houston the other way. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Harden gets a screen from Tucker. Throws it up high. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Durant attacking. Takes it off the glass. Durant's got 5.
I'll tell you what I love about him. His ability to finish even while absorbing contact. He is so strong, even with defenders hanging all over him. He continues to finish at the basket.
And something else you can't forget about is his shot blocking, Steve. I mean, he's an intimidator down low.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
You know, it's very rare that you're going to be able to make the playoffs in the West without coming out with a winning record against the rest of the conference. And the Warriors knew that would be important in their quest for the playoffs, and they handled business against the West.
Well, and for the Warriors who fought so hard to get back into the playoffs, last year their 28-24 record against the rest of the West really helped their cause, Steve.
Well, the toughest part of the Warriors' last campaign was a rough stretch of games in February where they dropped off a bit in the race. And, you know, a lot of those games were against Western teams. And if you kind of remove that, their in-conference record is even more impressive.
Cousins, Fareed defending. Second shot opportunity. Rockets with the rebound.
Hey, how about on Gordon?
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. That's a 2 from Gordon. Misses off the left iron.
You know, he's so confident, sometimes to a fault, and that showed right there. That's a bad shot.
Exactly. I mean, that's self-inflicted damage right there. There are a lot better options than what he took.
Now, here's Curry. Elevate with the triple.
Well, you know, prior to last season, there were several teams that considered trading for James Harden. There was a question, though, over how much they were prepared to give up. And some questioned he could be the first option on the team. That question's been answered.
Here is Paul. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Harden for 3. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. In the season before last, Harden won 6th Man of the Year. But, guys, do you think that because Harden came off the bench in Oklahoma City that some underestimated his talent?
Well, I don't think anybody underestimated his talent. I think it was pretty apparent.